What's up guys, Garrett here, aka Mr. Good Touch, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the comparison between one axe and using two daggers. So one dagger, one axe versus dual wield daggers. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is what do each do. So we need to go into these dual wield passives, and we need to go to the twin blade blunt. So let's start off with daggers. You should know what daggers do by this point if you've been to this channel at all. So daggers passively increase your weapon critical rating. That means it's going to give you critical strike chance just for being equipped. Alright, now while the axe is going to give you a 8% chance to affect with bleeding, and the bleed damage, guys, it's a lot of damage, alright? It's over 6 seconds, so it's a pretty good time. Plus you're going to be weaving, so it's going to be proccing constantly. So, okay, it's a lot of damage. So, this is basically what I think when you should use each and why. So if you're in a short fight, okay, you're in a really short fight where you're not, I'm talking under 3 minutes, under 2 minutes, you want to use dual daggers. The bleed damage does not have a chance to stack up enough yet, so you're losing effectiveness. So the longer a fight goes, the more effective that dagger or that axe is going to be. So daggers in short fights, dual daggers in short fights always. Preferably, if you have them, the maelstrom daggers, precise. And in longer fights, especially stuff like Maw of Lorcage, or even fights, you're in a bad group and you know the fight's gonna be a little longer than it needs, go ahead and throw on that axe, because the bleed damage, while it isn't very effective in short fights, in a long fight, that 12k dot and the 8% chance, it's only going to gain value because it's stacking up over so long period of time and so many procs that bleed damage is just going to keep stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. Now, preferably you have it precise. I unfortunately have it defending, which is why I'm still using the dual daggers. If you have a defending axe and then you have like a precise maelstrom dagger, or vice versa, still use it, because that passive you get, if you're using flurry, I'll say, because that passive, if you read it right here, your flurry grants an additional 2988 weapon damage and spell damage for the next single target ability. So it's a lot, guys. So if you have both, one can be defending, one can be an off trade, but preferably you have both precise. That would obviously be the optimal setup. So if you can see here, my weapon critical is a little low, but if I use a pot and then go crit something, now my critical rating's at 83. So if you have any Nightblade in your composition, you're gonna be, so really don't worry about your crit damage or your crit strike chance. Just make sure that it's at least, it's at least, if you're a stamina build, it's got to be at least 70, hopefully, if not 70, close to 70, try not to be at that, if you're running a crit setup. Obviously, if you're not, don't worry about it, but, those need to be right there. That 70 mark is where you want to be. Even with something like Twiceborn, you can be a little lower, but if you're running Hundings or Night Mother, you really want to be around that 7 setup, around that 70% setup. So, that's basically all I want to talk about, guys. It's basically just, bleed damage versus critical strike damage. Or not critical strike damage, but critical strike chance that equivalates into damage. So, like I said, remember, short fights, dual daggers, long fights, throw an axe on. So, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys come back and you see, you got questions, throw some comments, subscribe if you're enjoying the videos, and make sure to check back in for the next one. You guys have a good day.